Hello dear students, welcome all of you to my class. Today we will start the 7th chapter of history, and that is the revolt of 1857. So let's check out the learning objectives of this chapter. The first topic is the simmering anger among the Indians against the exploitative British rule. Second one, causes of the revolt of 1857. Third one, centers of the revolt and leaders. And fourth one, end of the revolt, causes of its failure. We all know that we got independence from British rule in 1947. But when was the first large scale uprising against the British organized? So, in this chapter, we are going to discuss the first war of independence in India. What was the nature of this revolt? The revolt of 1857 has been termed as the Sepoy Mutiny by the British. Some Indian historians also prefer to call it the First War of Independence. So, the revolt of 1857 was not one movement but many. The majority of the rebels consisted of the sepoys who were not satisfied with the discrimination they faced in the service in the British Army. The civilian population who joined the sepoys, turning the revolt into an uprising against the British, consisted of different classes. So, the participants of the revolt of 1857 were bound by one common feature, their hatred for the British. So, we can say that the revolt was the result of the accumulated grievances of the people against the policies of the British and their hatred for the foreign rule. Causes of the revolt. So, the revolt of 1857 was an outcome of various factors. Let us discuss them in detail. So, first factor is economic causes. The artisans craftsmen were ruined because of large scale import of cheap British manufactured goods. In contrast to them, handmade goods seemed very expensive. As a result, their demand decreased. On the other hand, Indian goods were subjected to very heavy duties when sold in England. ड्यू टू द इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन इंग्लैंड पे देखा गया था कि लार्ज स्केल पे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हो रहा था, तो जो प्रोडक्शन हो रहा था उसको बेचने के लिए ब्रिटिशर का जो इजी ऑप्शन था वो था इंडिया. ओके, सो इंडियन क्राफ्ट्समैन और जो आर्टिशियन था उनका जो प्रोडक्ट वो मार खा रहा था, ओके, लॉस पे जा रहा था, तो एक तरह से इनका लॉस हुआ. अदर हैंड पे क्या देखा गया था कि जो इंडियन प्रोडक्ट था उसको बेचने के लिए जो कस्टम जो टैक्स पे करना पड़ रहा था वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा था. तो दो तरीके से ही इंडिया पे जो इंडियन जो क्राफ्ट्समैन और बिजनेसमैन व्हाटएवर द आर्टिशियंस उनका लॉस हो रहा था. The various land revenue policies introduced by the British made the lives of peasants miserable. High rate of revenue collection of taxes by the jamidars and oppression of the poor peasants created immense dissatisfaction among them. The peasants often lost their right on land and became landless. Famine also became a regular feature in many places. Similarly, many jamidars also lost their jamidari rights because they could not fulfill the high land revenue demand of the British. This was not only a severe economic loss of them but also a blow on their social status. North Indian middle and upper classes of India also were badly affected due to the loss of employment. Most of them used to work under the Indian rulers in administration, court, and army. But when the states were taken over the British, these people became unemployed. Some people who were previously dependent on the royal patronage, okay, patronage means some जो इंडियन रूलर्स थे वो पैट्रॉन करते थे आर्ट लिटरेचर एंड सपोर्ट करते थे स्कॉलर्स आर्टिस्ट एंड रिलीजियस प्रीचर्स को. बट व्हेन द डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द ओल्ड रूलिंग क्लासेस, ओके, जब ब्रिटिश टेक ओवर किए थे तो वो लोग भी अनएम्प्लॉयड हो गए थे. Okay, so the drain of wealth, extremely slow pace of the industrialization added to the economic grievances of the people. Political causes. The British policies under the subsidiary alliance and the doctrine of lapse reduced the native kings and princes to mere subordinates. So now we are going to talk about what is the meaning of subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse. The subsidiary alliance was introduced by Lord Wellesley. Under this policy, a ruler had to consult the British before negotiating with any other Indian state. This subsidiary alliance allowed the British to supervise a king's relations with other kingdom. In return, the British promised that the ruler would be protected from the external invasions. Like the policy of subsidiary alliance, the doctrine of lapse was also introduced to expand British territories in India. A brainchild of the hardcore imperialist Lord Dalhousie, the doctrine of lapse clearly stated that a dependent or subsidiary state would pass into British hands if the ruler died without a natural successor. The right to adopt the children was not accepted. According to this doctrine, the British took over all the territories whose ruler had died without leaving any natural male heir or successor. When the Peshwa Bajirao died, his adopted son Nana Sahib was refused the pension which his father had been getting. The claim of adopted son of the ruler of Jhansi was not accepted and the state of Jhansi was annexed by the British Empire. अंडर द पॉलिसी ऑफ सब्सिडरी अलायंस कोई भी किंगडम अगर ब्रिटिश एम्पायर के अंडर आ जाता है तो वो किंगडम फुल्ली प्रोटेक्टेड होता है फ्रॉम द ब्रिटिश एम्पायर. तो कोई भी स्टेट अगर वो किंगडम को अटैक करे तो ब्रिटिश आर्मी उसका प्रोटेक्शन देता था. इसके अंडर क्या करना पड़ता था कि वो जो किंगडम है कोई भी डिसीजन लेने से पहले ब्रिटिश एम्पायर के निगोशिएशन करना पड़ता था. ओके, परमिशन लेना पड़ता था. अंडर द डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैप्स क्या हुआ था, कोई भी किंगडम पे कोई अगर किंग अगर मारा जाता है जस्ट लाइक फॉर एनी रीज़न, तो उसके अगर कोई मतलब नेचुरल सन या डॉटर नहीं रहे, तो कोई भी सन या डॉटर को अगर एडप्ट करता है तो उसका क्लेम उसका राइट माना नहीं जाएगा. यही था डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैप्स. This expanse policies of the British made all the Indian rulers suspicious of their intentions. The British discontinued the policy of granting pensions and title to the Indian rulers, which caused widespread distress and discontent. The social and religious causes. The interference of the British in the religious traditions and customs of the Indian communities made the Indians very insecure, as they failed to understand the motives of the British. The attempt of the Christian missionaries to convert people to Christianity induced fear among some sections of the Indian. Measures such as abolition of sati, legislation of widow remarriage, and introduction of women's education made the Orthodox Hindus extremely restless. William Bentinck introduced many social reforms. He stopped child marriage and abolished the customs of sati. Dissatisfaction among the Indians grew with the spread of Western education. They believed that under the grip of education, the British were trying to get Indians to abandon their cultural heritage and convert the Christianity. Military causes. The Indian sepoys comprised a major chunk of the British army, but they had various grievances against the British. Indians were considered inferior by the British. They were paid less than their European counterparts. They were often humiliated by their British officers. इंडिया पे जब ब्रिटिश आर्मी था तो वहाँ पे एक मेजोरिटी पे देखा जाता था कि इंडियन सिपॉयज़ रिक्रूटमेंट सबसे ज़्यादा होता था. बट इंडियन जो सोल्जर थे, इंडियन जो सिपॉयज़ थे, उनका सैलरी, पेंशन, फूड एंड एकोमोडेशन वो बहुत ही कम, कंपेयर किया जाए तो बहुत ही कम था यूरोपियन सोल्जर्स से. और इंडिया पे एक रिचुअल था, एक जस्ट लाइक द रिचुअल बिलीव था, ये टैबू था कि ओवरसीज़ नहीं जाना है. बट जनरल रिक्रूटमेंट एक्ट के अंदर उनको कुछ दिन के लिए ब्रिटिश आर्मी जो इंग्लैंड पे तैनात थे तो वहाँ पे काम करना मैंडेटरी था. सो द सिपॉयज़ वर फुल ऑफ एंगर एंड फ्रस्ट्रेशन, एंड दिस anger and frustration, or we can say the grievances, played a great role in the revolt of 1857. Immediate cause. In 1856, the Enfield rifle was introduced in the army. The cartridge of the rifle were smudged with the grease and covered with caps, which had to be bitten off before use. The sepoys believed that the grease was made from the fat of animals that would hurt the religious sentiments of both the Hindus and the Muslims. So they refused to use them. On 29th March in 1857, Mangal Pandey of the 34th Infantry at Barakpur in West Bengal called up his fellow sepoys to revolt against the use of new cutlery. So, my dear children, that's the end for today's session. We will meet in our next class with new topics. Till then, bye. Take a very good care of yourself and happy learning.